have this pimple because I'm so stressed out.
I hate breaking out. I haven't broken out like this in a long time. I'm stressed. You wanna know why I'm stressed? Well, kind of been going through a lot. Do I wanna talk about it? Maybe. First things first, the pimples gotta be concealed. Recently, I've been going through
Rejection?
Unrequited love sucks, dudes.
and this was a big one. It was a friend of mine that I've been friends with for a long time. And yeah, it's been really hard because I'm clearly still sad about it. I know I think about it all the time, but it is what it is. There were 15 minutes left to buy these Neo tickets. I just bought tickets. I'm like, fuck it. I've been literally in this house for the last week, and I just can't pull myself away. Rejection's really hard, and I have gone through it a lot, and I can advise because I feel like I'm very well versed. It's happened more than I like to admit. This last rejection was really tough, but the fact that I've been through so many has made it kind of a routine now. Like, we have set instructions, all right? I have literally instructions for how to get over someone. And how do I get over a rejection, especially with a friend? I'm the type of person, if I like you, I'm probably gonna tell you, unless I can't for some reason, but usually I'll be pretty honest about it. And I'm not afraid of being rejected, usually, because I'm like, if I'm gonna sit here thinking about it all the time, it's just better to tell them and then just know for sure and then let go. And so knowing that I would feel better after is true, but there's still that lingering sadness. Being around them might hurt a lot if you still like them. It just happened. Rejection just happened. Is still awkward. If you like this person and they're your friend, you probably really like them, and it wasn't just like they're hot, it's that you like them as a person. Well, number one, space. Space is super important. Hanging out with them is probably painful and it's going to elongate your healing process, and nobody wants to elongate their healing process, you know? Being around them might hurt a lot if you still like them. It just happened. Rejection just happened. It's still awkward. Letting out your emotions. You just went through an experience that sucks ass. Being rejected from someone when you pour your little heart out and you're vulnerable with someone is hard, and when you get the response that isn't, oh, I love you too, it sucks. And even though you didn't know what you really wanted in the first place with this person, it still feels shitty to know that you're the only one that felt anything. Let yourself feel. And then, so when I was going through this, I was crying so much. I journaled, I just ranted about this person and wrote everything I don't like about them, which helped a lot. I let myself feel it, you know? You just gotta let it out, my dudes. Get angry. Write them a letter that you won't send. Please don't. What do I look like? Stupid? I'm kidding. Can't joke with myself? Damn. I'm being nicer to myself, okay? And once you get some space, you are now a little bit more mature because you're like, I can see this situation from an outside perspective. You can then just realize a couple things. It's gonna be dark. Nobody's gonna notice my fucking stress pimple. I don't have any of my eyeshadow, so I'm just gonna do this. Realizing what's actually true. You know when you can't stop thinking about them? Whenever that happened, I decided to fully think about them. Be like, okay, this person comes into your mind, and then I focus on it. And then it goes away. Most of the time, your brain is just making a lot of noise, and if you can catch that thought and be like, hey, I'm staring at you, what do you have to say? Don't have anything to say, so it's done. And slowly over time, it gets easier. Turn it back on yourself, right? It's not that being rejected has anything to do with you. It's that they probably have their own reasons, right, of why they can't reciprocate. You can't choose who you love, you can't choose who you're attracted to. Just like you didn't choose to be attracted to them, they can't choose not to be attracted to you. I don't know if that is the right wording, but whatever's meant to be is meant to be. I can't control the future. And so why sit here and worry about it so much, you know? And even though it's like automatic worry, as much as I can repeat to myself, just surrender to the moment, it feels a little better, because if you don't have control, why does it matter in the first place? You feel? The truth is, this other person probably doesn't know how to feel. They just are not attracted to you, and that has nothing to do with you, and maybe it does, I don't know. You know, I know what the truth is. The truth is that because one person doesn't like me the way I like them, doesn't mean that nobody ever will. That is just a generalization. It's hard not to think that way, but it's just a generalization. And the thing that's been helping me the most is surrender. I didn't understand that until recently, until this week. You just gotta let life just happen. If you and this other person were meant to be, they'll come back. Not by you continuing to text them and like think about them and chase them. They're probably gonna run away more if you do that. If it's destiny, it will happen. And if it's not, you know what? You dodged a bullet. So there isn't really a lot to be worried about. I know we can get anxious and worried about these things, but at the end of the day, you're gonna be okay. You learned something, and every experience is a good experience because you learned something. And you know, I'll try to live by that. That's a big realization. And once you can realize you can't control anything, and you might as well just surrender to the moment, have no expectations, because expectations always lead to disappointment, then you can turn it back on yourself, right? Take the lessons and then place that energy into our passions. Guess what? Work on yourself. Do you. Fulfill your passions. Not do it in spite of this person, but rather like because you have that time. You have that capacity. It's easy to really get down on yourself during this time and feel like I'm not worthy of anyone and no one can ever love me. That is overgeneralization, as I've learned in therapy. You can't do that because it's just not true. It is actually just hurting you, my dudes. It's hard to let go. And it's hard to not feel bad for yourself, you know, and that's why you gotta do the emotional release. We gotta like let it out. And of course, it's gonna feel shitty, right? You have to go back to what's actually true, right? You can start talking to yourself about, oh my gosh, they don't like me because I'm just so ugly and like unlovable and unworthy and all of that, which is not true. Like I'm telling you now, you have to learn that for yourself, but it's just not true. And work on ourselves to be the better version of yourself in order to be ready for the person that you're meant to be with. Because you can't control destiny. You can't control what happens in the future. You can control how you feel now. You can choose to not feel sorry for yourself. I mean, literally today, I was so against doing anything. I kept being like, I have to do something tonight. Because this whole week, I've just been kind of moping around the house. And I'm like, dude, you have to do something tonight. Like, go outside. Like, it's your last couple days in San Diego. You cannot be sitting at home watching Hamilton. Like, you gotta do something. And then the other part of me was like, this couch is so comfy. The Neo thing popped up and I was like, should I just do it? And I pressed it and I immediately regretted it. Honestly, I just started moving. I started getting ready and now I feel better. I'm a little nervous still. Actually, the reason I was down to go to Neo was because I just wanted to dance, and I was listening to some Neo songs and it was so catchy and I'm like, fuck, this is gonna be great. I know I'm nervous, but I'm going to make the most of it and live my best life or whatever and do it. I told myself that if I hate it, I can mope around tomorrow. Being depressed is not fun. Who's gonna tell my ego that? Damn. Who's gonna tell my subconscious? You know how if you pretend to be happy, you like just become happy? Self-care includes making yourself look fucking hot and going out. But yeah, what do I wear? I was gonna wear this. I don't know. Do I like this? You know, I like this better not on me. What do you guys think this would look like? This feels a little bit more like a club, but I also look like a frat boy. Oh, that's not right. All right, this is the fit. Oh, fuck, let's just look at this. Oh my god. Completely different, but we gotta take... Oh, fuck, the lift is almost there, but I can't do this yet.
To anyone that doesn't know, my name is Neo. It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you. They call me the gentleman. Because that's the way I do things. What we got next? Daddy, come in here and talk, nigga. Hey! Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you do.
I just can't hide. I just can't hide.